wonder what babies did before diapers? A mom of 5 is teaching new parents to potty train their infants as early as birth so that they can go diaper free. Andrea Olson is an author, mom, and founder of International Go Diaper Free Week and joins us to talk about the elimination communication method. Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been listening a little bit more about your topic and I'm excited to really dive into this. So can you explain what it means to go diaper free?
Absolutely. So we are not talking about getting rid of diapers. We use them as a backup instead of a full-time toilet. So that is the biggest shift that our moms and dads do in our community. The diaper is now being used for whenever we're not doing EC, which was what we call elimination communication for short because it's a mouthful. And when we're not doing it, babies just maybe might use the diaper, but typically we get babies who are brand new newborns poop trained within a couple of weeks and pee trained. Usually they're out of diapers in the daytime by around walking, which is about 12 months old.
Okay, and you mentioned EC. Could you walk us through how the elimination communication method works?
Absolutely. So it is based on the fact that we are mammals. Newsflash to everybody, we are mammals, even though we're highly evolved humans. We all have very, very strong instincts that we're born with to not soil ourselves. So if you've ever crate trained a puppy, or if you've ever picked up a brand new puppy, you know they start to wriggle out of your arms and you put them down on your carpet and they pee on the floor. Well, babies are kind of the same. They start to wriggle and fuss and cry. And when they do that, you think, oh no, what do you need? Do I need to feed you? Are you tired? What could it be? And then the last thing we usually check is the diaper and it's wet or soiled. Well, if we rewind just a second, that baby was actually crying or signaling to tell us, hey, could you please take this diaper off? I would like to go somewhere other than on myself and in my pants. So we rely heavily on instincts, but also humans and all mammals have hormones that work in our favor. So if we potty our babies right when they wake up, there's a hormone that is in our corner that helps us to catch that pee in the potty instead of in the diaper.
Oh, that's such a good point, because when I was thinking about teaching infants as young as birth, not using diapers as much, it seemed a little bit impossible. But when you compare it to, hey, you do it with your pets and you kind of work out a routine so it gets figured out, that totally makes sense. And you've used the Go Diaper Free method with all 5 of your children. What was that like?
It was amazing. So actually, I never really wanted to have kids because when I babysat when I was 11 back in Texas, I did not like changing poopy diapers. And kid you not, I did not want to have kids at all. When I learned about EC, I wasn't even pregnant, didn't even plan on having kids, but I was like, oh wow, if I could avoid that, I would totally do it. So when I was pregnant with my first baby, I learned how to do it myself. When he came, I was completely lost. So I just tried and committed to it. And with all 5 of my babies, they've all been out of diapers by walking. They've hardly ever pooped in their diapers. I've only had one blowout diaper in all of my 5 kids' babyhoods. I never had to potty train any of them. And I feel like they're super confident because from the very beginning, they haven't been relegated to just sitting in their waste.
Yeah.
They've been encouraged to communicate about it. And I've just had like a super good smelling home and a really good experience parenting them.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. We were looking at pictures of you with your little ones. They are precious, and it's exciting to hear you go from not wanting kids to having 5, and now you're teaching parents how to go diaper free. And you say your method works with infants starting at birth. How is that possible?
Well, again, it goes back to the mammal thing. So whenever a baby wakes up from sleeping, which infants, brand new newborns do it all the time, right? They sleep all the time. We just offer them the potty. We hold them. Usually this is a tool we use in our diaper-free community. It's called a Tophat Potty. And we hold them over that when they wake up. We make the sound for pee, or a little grunt for poop. I know everybody's probably laughing at me right now, but this is what they use in about half the world in today's society to make a signal that says, hey, it's okay. It's like the sound of running water, basically. So we do that from the very, very beginning, and babies are so excited to do it. Usually when you open a diaper, you might get peed on and you think it's the cold air. Well, that's completely a myth. It's not the cold air. That baby has been waiting for you to take that diaper off, and right as you reach for another one, they pee maybe on you, and you're like, oh, what in the world's going on? It's because they're so smart and they're so attuned to just wanting to be clean. I mean, can you imagine if the cavemen did not have a technique like this? We would not have ever made it to our human evolution. We would have died out from disease if babies were just born incontinent, peeing and pooping everywhere. So we totally take advantage of nature, and it's pretty straightforward. But since we've lost this wisdom, I teach it because parents are like, how would I even start?
Yeah, well, I think it's so helpful that you're teaching it. I'm glad we're able to talk about it, and also wanted to mention that along with going diaper free, I can only imagine how much better this can be for the environment, not using as much diapers. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And to start your baby on this new method of potty training early on, visit GoDiaperFree.com.